Check this out about these fake AirPods on Amazon.
Oh, wow. They're even better than real ones.
$20.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm wondering the side effects of this is going to be.
Probably.
I'm going to get electrocuted or something.
Either that or, yeah, you might fuck your brain up a little.
Yeah, right. The Chinese government is tracking me right now.
Huh.
But yeah, once you see like what they look like, you can't like. I don't know how you can justify paying for real Apple stuff.
How much were they?
$20.
It's probably the same exact stuff inside the Apple stuff that's in there.
Yeah, and this one has like a cool number on it.
Yeah, it blows away
battery
the
and
Apple
everything.
shit.
Yeah. Take that, corporations.
Yeah, and they sound good,
That sounds all right.
but they don't sound like the Apple
It's
shit.
it's like I'd say 90% of what the
What's
Apple.
the bass like? That's what people pay
Pretty
for.
solid. It's just like it's not as like loud. I gotta turn it up a little bit more, but it's still
Hey, you're better off.
the battery life on my AirPods are super like it lasts like an hour.
I got these JVCs, right? And I don't know how this even happened, but if you put them inside the case, they're still on. So I don't hang up. When I put them away, everybody could still hear me.
Oh, weird.
I had them for like 6 months before I learned that.
Wow.
Yeah, my friend he goes, I could hear you when you put them things away. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm just walking, talking to myself.
Wow. Yeah, you never know you put out there.
Let me get this mirror out of here.
Uh-huh.
I feel like this is just a distraction.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder like maybe there's what other stuff in my life I could just replace with some cheap Chinese bullshit.
That's the way we're going.
Everything in this room, right?
They look sweet.
Yeah.
You might as well do it now before it's too late.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, maybe this whole time I've been wasting money on buying like real products.
Oh, well, except for shoes. Don't go buying those Chinese shoes.
Yeah, these are Chinese shoes.
Yeah, but those are
all
better
shoes
than
are
the-
Chinese shoes. Though.
Nah, you see those $5 shoes online? I did them before.
Oh yeah,
They're terrible.
I don't even think those are Chinese.
My feet never hurt so bad in my life. I don't know
Yeah,
how
yeah.
they did it.
If you go running in them, the shit it blows up.
Shit will kill you, man.
Yeah.
TikTok shop.
But no, like your bed, all your like everything else. If you wear glasses or something, it's
Well-
like, yeah, Donald Trump's trying to cut us off. But it's like, no, this is the way. This is the way to go.
I know you're using our platform for politics. I
Yeah.
know. This stuff
Yeah,
always
this
the
is-
cheapest you could get.
This is politics right here.
My
This is-
nightstands,
Yeah.
$14 each. Dude, my bed was about $59. The mattress was, I think, $129. That's the biggest. The desk, $59. Dude, the lamp,
You
$10.
got a pretty good life. They got a little Bluetooth speaker over there.
Yeah, I had that for like 10 years.
Yeah. But I mean, that was
last.
probably the cheapest one that you could buy.
I think that thing was like $200 brand new. The
Oh,
pillow.
well, I just got one that's just like that for like $40
Yeah.
on
Well,
Amazon.
That's
And
10
it's like-
years ago.
Yeah, but it's like you got to think this is the life of a person who's not doing that well. You're still doing pretty good.
It don't look bad.
It doesn't look bad, and I mean, quality of life is not that low.
No.
It could be better, obviously,
Easily.
but it's like it could be much, much worse. You think about what your quality of life would have been as a person who's doing bad 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fucking sweet.
Dude, I just looked over. I was in Europe. I was in Italy, and I'm looking at like comparing to the big city, like Napoli's like a big city. There's parts of Napoli that are like as busy as New York. You know?
Yeah.
So I'm down there. I mean, pretty busy. And dude, I'm looking. Some of these apartments are 4 feet by 4 feet. Shit everywhere. Like
Right.
you got a stove here, a washer behind them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm all looking. At first, I didn't even realize. I thought they were restaurants. I'm like, man, this dude's cooking in his short. I'm all in their window with a camera.
Oh, weird.
Because they're just right on the street, door open, front door
Right.
wide open,
Yeah.
cooking. But you get a good look at their apartments. Clutter. I mean, dude. I mean, over in Europe, it's insane. We don't like even in New York. We think that we live on top of each other. I'm telling you, Europe is like some.
Well,
it's
they
like
do.
China or
There
some
are
shit.
places we've been in. I mean, the real small studio apartments here, but that's just like normal over there.
Right.
Where it's just like your bed and it's like elevated. You got a bunch of shit everywhere.
And they got families of like 8 people.
Yeah, and you're like hanging up your dry cleaning and shit.
Yeah, they don't have dryers. Everything's hung outside. The buildings, you could literally. It's how you would picture old New York being. You could like easily throw a coin to your neighbor. They're 10 feet away from you.
Well, it's like you fall in love with the woman that's right there,
Right.
and you just lean out your window and you sing to her.
And they
And
share.
she's right there.
They share the clothing line.
Yeah, she can't get away.
You could steal her shit.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta come over if you want it back, Isabella.
It's like you're singing the opera, and you just gotta project your voice right over the alleyway.
I wouldn't mind living like that for like 6 months or a year, but even New York, dude, I love New York. I feel like New York's the best place in the world, other than the food. I mean, you do get fresher food in Italy, I feel like, but I'm ready to go to Ohio and have a house, man. This is even this like I'm an adult man, dude. Should I be living like this?
Yeah, this is how people live here. I mean, you look at how people live over there in Europe, and you think about how people live in Mexico, Dominican Republic,
Yeah.
India. People are living. Everybody lives on top of each other. That's more natural than any like suburban kind of life.
Yeah, it's almost like a waste of space. I had a 3-bedroom house. It was just me, basement, everything. It was too many rooms.
Yeah, but it's just like people were like, it makes more sense if you're going to put a city together. You put everybody together.
Yeah.
So you don't got to drive around. Everybody's, you got your auntie over there and she's cooking up chicken or something.
Oh, all in the neighborhood.
Yeah, everybody lives down the street. And there's little fucking mangy dogs and shit.
Yeah.
That's how we're supposed to live.
That's how you see, because you see yourself in New York forever.
I think so, yeah. I mean, I'd ideally like to be in like a better situation within New York. But I wouldn't want to be in like the real chaotic, like, Times Square.
I'll never forget the biggest apartment I've ever seen in my life was a tech guy, and he owned like the whole floor. I've never seen anything like that.
Elevator opens up.
It had to be like, yeah, I bet you it was bigger than the houses in Ohio. It was like multiple. The kitchen was about 45 feet square. Like the kitchen was 45 feet long, like just the kitchen.
Yeah.
I don't know where people get the space.
But I mean, I think, think about people move from all over the world to live just like this. A little less apartment.
Yeah. I guess I'm feeling a little weird because I had a girl come over and she was like shocked I had a roommate. I didn't even ask her living situation.
Oh, yeah.
But she's like, oh, you're like almost 40. You got a roommate? And I'm thinking, she's like my age. I'm like, what's your living situation like?
Oh, maybe she got her own place.
Might have a studio. You never know.
You got to admit, I mean, like, it would be nice to not have a roommate, but it's like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just kind of where we're at.
Yeah, it's embarrassing, I guess.
Yeah. But I mean, like, you live in Ohio. It's like, you're not going to get like a nice place at this point.
With the money I make, I could still honestly.
You'd be renting a house. You wouldn't be like.
Oh, yeah, I can't buy one because I'd have to do a little bit of work first.
Yeah. And I mean, you'd be in a bad area and you'd have to get a car.
Well, people do get desperate trying to sell houses in Ohio. There's so many for sale.
Yeah.
You could find a guy that's like, listen, we'll do a rent-to-own type of deal.
That's in some sort of fucked up, like, factory town.
Right.
Where they used to make, like, golf carts or something.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, they're, like, looking back in the good old days, back when the golf carts were in town.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's like, I mean, there is a reason we're in New York.
Yeah, dude. Speaking of hometowns, I got a ship. I'm going to San Diego.
Oh,
Is there water by San Diego? They must be busing me
course.
somewhere.
no, I mean, it's on the coast.
Oh,
So
wow! I
you
never
go to
realized
the beach.
that.
Yeah, it's right on the beach.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. I've
Yeah.
never seen it before.
There's a big port. I mean, like, it's probably downtown San Diego. Where's the ship going?
I can't remember.
Mexico or something?
One of them, I think, is going to Newfoundland. I don't know if that's the one.
Wow. I don't even know where that is.
Yeah, me neither. I could be mistaken, too, because they just sent me, like, 8 of them for next year.
Ah, you're back on.
I don't know how it happened, dude.
Wow,
Ebbs and
I
flows.
told you.
I didn't even ask for it.
You got to have faith.
Yeah, just looked at my phone. They said, are you willing to accept these? And I took them.
You got to have faith in God.
Yep, faith in the man above. I
Yeah.
did great on this ship, too.
Christ is king.
Our boss, the comedy club host, came up to me. He's like, hey, all these guests, they all said, man, it's good to have somebody that doesn't do just boat jokes.
Wow.
Because, a lot of these guys, they're just talking about the ship.
Yeah, but I mean, it does work, right?
Destroyed.
Yeah. Hey, let's have some respect for the kill here.
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy's
Yeah.
doing Bernie Mac at the buffet.
Oh, yeah, and I haven't worked with that dude since. Somebody said
I still think about that joke. That's so funny. I haven't even heard it, but I've heard your version of it.
Yeah, somebody said he got a new impression at the buffet.
Wow. He added a 7th part.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably Kamala Harris.
Yeah, dudes, after 6 shows, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, right.
There's one guy that added a show on. I worked with him, and he does it for free because of how much he loves the Beatles. And he just talks about the Beatles for an hour. And I went and watched it, and a guy said, so how'd you meet the Beatles? He goes, no, I just read about them and watched YouTube videos. I'm like, dude,
Wow.
this is what it's coming to?
That's a show right there.
Dude,
This dude is feeling it.
45 minutes on the Beatles. He never had nothing to do with them.
So he just talks, or he actually plays a song?
He plays the intros to like 3 songs.
Wow. Besides
Yeah.
that, though, he's just doing like a presentation?
Yeah, he just talks about the Beatles, talks about, their journey and how it made him change and develop. He like technically
How long's the show?
45 minutes.
Wow.
He does it for free, and he was like, I do this show because I want to be who I am today without the Beatles.
How old do you think this guy is?
He told me he's 70.
Okay, yeah, 70 years old. So
Yeah,
I
his
guess
kids
that
are
adds up.
named after him.
Yeah.
4 divorces too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is his show like funny or is it just like?
No, it's just very serious, very informational.
Wow.
And then, that's it.
He could really just show the YouTube video that he watched.
Right.
It's like, yeah, check this shit out.
Just put
These
this
guys
on.
are these guys are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of this song?
Yeah, or just pulling up his Spotify. Hey Jude.
It blew me away, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, do you think people want to watch going on those ships? You can only see so much normal shit. You watch the guy juggle for a little bit. You watch your bullshit act, and then it's like, no, I want to. How about something fresh? Let's be original here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's coming up with he's got like a college lecture.
They're learning. There's always those people. There's a person with economics on board. He talks about like
Wow, really?
finances. Yeah, when you go on the long ships, I think by law they have to put certain things on, actually. Like there's a dude about dieting.
Wow.
Or maybe they just know people are interested. The same guy that does economics does dieting, and he does social media. But I looked him up.
It's like a PowerPoint presentation?
Yeah.
Where he's like, oh, wow.
And I looked up the social media guy. He's got no followers on any platform, like 183 on Instagram. Like,
Right. Well, he's probably some college professor or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just like when you're going on like college shows or something. People make a living just going from, city college to college, just talking about like Napoleon or something.
Wow.
Yeah, and here's like, here's the truth about basketball shoes or something. And they do like a 1 hour like PowerPoint presentation where they're just talking about it. It's like a TED Talk.
Yeah, dude, I could
Show
totally
business,
see
man.
you getting something with your instruments. Man, you got to really try to put something together.
I got to get on these ships, bro.
Sell yourself as a headliner like these other guys do. They did smart going in. They work one day. They do 2 shows in one day. And it's always something unique.
Imagine if they made that Beatles guy do the same show like 5 times. Like he gets off stage, they're like, all right, yeah, go downstairs.
You know what's crazy? The whole place was packed, standing only, all these older people.
Wow.
I wonder how many of them thought he was going to he has the guitars set up for like an hour before. Gets you
wow.
really amped up.
Oh, yeah. He just plays something off his iPod.
Yeah, just the intro.
But I feel like I think think about being like an old person. You're going on a ship like that. Old people love sitting through something.
Yeah.
They'll watch a documentary on PBS. That's about
That's a good
like
point.
the ancient rivers or something in Mesopotamia. And it's like, no, you go on a cruise ship. You want to, they do a little bit dancing. They do some eating, drinking a little bit. And it's like, oh, yeah, let's pretend to learn something for a while.
Yeah, because you can only be in it so long.
Yeah. I mean, I've been a long time since I've been in school, but it does feel it's pretty good for like the first hour or so.
Yeah.
You could learn some shit.
Yeah, they got
Or like
Family Feud on the ships now, too. It's funny.
They do like a little game show stuff.
Well, they actually bought the rights to Family Feud, and they didn't buy the rights to the Europe one. So all these ships go to Europe. So a lot of comics are starting to get more gigs back now because they only bought the rights in America.
Huh. What's it do?
It's literally the big backdrop of Family Feud.
And it's like, what's 4 things you don't want to lose at your wedding or something?
They ask questions. They'll be like, what's something that's bad if it's at a wedding? You know what's funny? This cruise director was acting like Steve Harvey. Like, this is a bit much.
You said what? Yeah. Does it do well?
Yeah.
A few people just want to watch?
It does, man. It does great. Sells out the theater, both shows. That's what's killing us comics, though, because it doesn't cost the ship a dime. They bought the rights, so it cost them that. But
wow.
Now you got
They got to pay the host, though, right?
No, it's the cruise director. They're already paying him anyway.
See, all people want is to be entertained.
Yeah, and dude, it's dwindling down for stand-up.
I mean, stand-up in most situations in the city here competes with karaoke. You could replace almost every stand-up show with a karaoke night, and the bar wouldn't care.
Even like, you know what I'm surprised people don't do? Like that club around the corner. This is a busy neighborhood. They do comedy and then they close at like midnight, but I think that they should turn that into like a nightclub at night. It's a huge bar.
At least just after hours.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you're sleeping on that money. During the day, make it something.
Yeah, I mean, that's how these clubs lose money. Is that like a restaurant is open all day long, so that you have income coming in. But
right,
comedy club, it's open for 2 hours at night.
But even if you can't do a restaurant, because I know a restaurant is hard to do. That's a lot. That's you biting that off, you know.
Yeah.
But dude, if you could just get something like get people drinks at night, like Roy's place was a gay bar at night, and I remember, dude, they came through. They would be lined up at night
After the show?
Yeah, after the comedy show. This one over here, you didn't know that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
At like 2:00?
Yeah. Well, the shows when he moved over here, he quit doing the midnight shows. Remember,
okay,
Monday through Friday. He only did midnight shows on Friday and Saturday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so when we'd be finishing up the last show, it'd be loaded with gay dudes at the bar, like stripping. One thing is, if the problem is, a gay dude's not giving you the attention you deserve. He wants the attention. They see you getting all the looks. They were coming in dancing. The show's over at that point.
Wow.
You know.
I feel like, yeah, any place like that, though, or if you're just doing one of these little shows, it's like if it was your money that was on the line and you really just you had a space with the stage, PA setup, tables, chairs, and like a bar, would you choose to put stand-up comedy on there?
No.
No, I wouldn't even come close to it.
Yeah.
That would be the last thing I would do.
I'd definitely go sports and soccer. I mean, you're in New York.
Yeah.
That's number one.
I would do karaoke. I would do football. I would do some bullshit trivia night.
I would have, you know what I would have, though? I'd probably do some poetry. Those people come out.
That's not like a spending kind of crowd, though. You need, like, drinkers.
Yeah, and the football would be the way.
Football and karaoke. People come out and they get drunk with their friends.
And all you
like
need
a group
is like
activity.
Chicken wings and nachos.
Yeah, I would buy some, like, Costco fries and, like, wings.
I'm very convinced every single, and I'm not saying even every single business owner that starts now has to break the law and do it corruptly and is definitely going to file bankruptcy and put in people's names because it's impossible to run a business now. It's very rare you're going to survive in New York with a business.
Well, it's got to have, like, multiple revenue streams.
Even then, though, I feel like you got to cheat the system a little.
Yeah, and it's like it's always going to be a temporary thing. That's why they have these, like, restaurants are all, like, pop-ups now.
And different owners.
Well, it's like, no, we're going to be open for 3 months.
It blows me away. You see the pop-ups on, like, Delancey, like the Lower East Side.
Mm-hmm.
They never have people in them.
They pop up and they pop out.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
You got to pop back out. But that's the thing, though, is that, like, the idea that we're supposed to start this business and it just goes on forever is absurd.
It's always some old school guy. When you talk to a business owner that just opened, he has so much hope. It's like, dude, it's not 1975 anymore.
Yeah, those are the guys that get him on the news and complain about the mayor.
Yeah, they get a
Small
sandwich
businesses are getting squeezed in the city.
Yeah, nobody wants to buy my sandwiches. Look at this mortadella.
They're making me pay this guy $12 an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on in New York City?
I got to give people fair wages.
Yeah, right? What is this bullshit? They got to clock in?
Man, I know we don't get too political, but I was thinking about you, dude, that it's coming up to election time. That's all my Instagram is clips, people talking about it, people talking about who they're going for, bringing up all the shit's getting out of hand with these clips, man.
You got about a month for that. I mean, like, after this, that all goes away.
Yeah, it's insane, though, to me. It's every other clip I'm on. It's some bullshit. People are pulling shit up. I see a lot of people for Trump, man, on these clips. I don't know if my algorithm's showing me that for a reason.
I think that's you. I think that's kind of your selective, scrolling. Yeah.
They're always dissing Kamala. They're saying she doesn't give a straight-out answer.
Yeah, does Trump give straight-out answers? Well, come on. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe
ran
it's
a fucking
about to
casino.
It's about to be election time. Andy bailed Lil Wayne out, though.
Yeah. These aren't, like, good things. I mean, these aren't, like, honest things. Lil Wayne had a gun on him.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't think nobody was saying he was innocent.
That is crazy. You're right. Yeah, Lil Wayne had a gun on him. He bailed him out.
Yeah.
I only know he bailed him out because I just downloaded a new Lil Wayne song. He said it.
He didn't bail him out. He just, he just, like, commuted a sentence. But, yeah. I mean, these aren't good things. But, no, I think the last month, of course, people are going to start getting excited about it. But
shit's getting amped up, man. We'll see
what are they
happens.
saying in Europe? Did you hear it?
Dude, they don't pay no attention. They hate America in Europe. I say this all the time. Other people, unless it's just jealousy, but I've only been to, like, Canada, Europe mostly. I mean, people in DR like America, but other than that, like, dude, when I'm in Europe.
Oh, man, in Jamaica? Come on.
Yeah, when I'm in Europe, dude, they don't care. They would never want to move to the U.S.
Oh, yeah.
You know, those little countries over there, all of them, like even like Spain and Croatia, they hear I'm from Europe, they feel bad for me. And you know, the European dollar is worth more than an American dollar.
Yeah, not really.
It's like $1 more. I mean, when you're over there.
No, they're all, I mean, that's why they make less money there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and things cost more.
So it kind of balances out.
Yeah.
But people shit on America when I'm over there. They'll be like, oh, man, America. Ooh. And then they hear New York. People really think New York is a shithole. They're like, it's like the news, New York's still better than anywhere. Like, dude, it's still the best place ever.
That's the problem. That's the problem for us.
Yeah.
Is that this is pretty much it.
You're right. There's no going up from here.
There's no going up. There is like lateral moves. And I mean, there is up within the city, but there's no like other city where someday I'm going to move there. And it's like,
right.
Yeah.
Even like I was in Italy just now for a week and I'm like, you know, I seen enough figs. Like I'm good. It's
Right.
fruit stands, pasta, which is great. But after a while, you want some different shit.
Right, yeah. You want some Mexican food.
New York's got it all. We're over here. You know, people always send me videos in New York of all the bullshit. And I'm like, yeah, dude, it's New York. You're going to have that.
I think the thing with people in Europe, though, and it's the same thing with people in like Japan, China, looking at America, it's the gun thing that gets them the most.
Probably.
The fact that people just like, they don't realize New York City, you can't carry a gun.
Yeah.
But the idea of like where you're from in Ohio, where it's just everybody's fucking armed all the time.
Yeah.
If you're not used to that mentality, that is fucking terrifying. I can get why.
Yeah. They're all dressed nice over there, too. It's crazy.
Yeah, their clothes are too tight to be packing.
Right.
Yeah. No, in America, we got to keep it loose. You never know if the guy's got a Glock.
Yeah. Dude, you're right.
Don't make him go to the trunk.
I'll be honest, I want to get a hold of some of that fashion over there.
Oh, yeah, right.
I'm going to start
I
dressing
think you gotta shed a couple pounds.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Cut out the gelato.
Well, you know, I just went to Italy. I get a pass. If you lose weight in Italy, you're doing it wrong. They fed us on the plane 6 times. I mean,
Look at the way those Italian guys look, though.
Yeah, they do. They are skinny, but they also smoke a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, clearly they're doing something. That's why they're like climbing up and down those steps.
And
you're
right.
They're doing their own laundry. So it's like the food is all carbs, but somehow the people are still skinny.
I haven't walked this much. I'll be honest. I probably didn't gain weight this trip, dude. I walked a lot. My legs are still killing me because you have to. You have no choice. I mean, I walk like 6 hours a day every day.
Yeah, I mean that's how you burn off all that pasta. You get nice and slim.
Yeah,
and you got to ride on your little,
I want to get one of those little scooters.
Little scooter, yeah, little Vespa scooter. Not a bad life.
Now, honestly, you know, I see how they live over there, and I do love the food and all that, the fruit. Like, I mean, I'm sure if I had a lot of money to blow, I could find that there. But it's like, dude, the food it tastes different. Like the figs and the oranges and shit,
right.
They just taste better.
Well, they don't let the farmers put a bunch of chemicals in it and shit.
Yeah, that's what it is, huh?
Yeah, it's all like the gluten and stuff that people put in stuff here.
I'd like to visit a farm and see what's really going down.
Oh, it's all like in the water and everything here. All of our shit's poisoned.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you see that thing about Whole Foods too on TikTok? Everything I get is TikTok. You know my news.
Of course.
It's process. It says like some man-made chemical. Guys, we might have to Google it. I don't know what it is, but it says like it's made in a factory. The food, like they show tomatoes, and it says like this is. They go look at this right here, and it says like, what's that when it's fakely made? Like
yeah.
Whatever that word
processed
is.
Or something, yeah.
Not even processed, like it was like scientifically made somewhere.
Right. Yeah, maybe. The thing is, too, it's just like, you ever go to like one of those like old grocery stores in like Chinatown or something where it's all just like all fucked up looking?
Yeah.
And you pick up like a tomato and the tomato looks all messed up. It's all wrinkled and it's like old looking. Go to any grocery store that's like nice. You never see like an old tomato.
Right.
All the vegetables look exactly the same, no matter how long they've been sitting there.
Yeah, something's up with
Everything
that.
has been, it's all like preserved, so it all looks shiny looking. All the bananas look perfect. But it's like if you go to like a foreign country, you go somewhere in like the Caribbean, and you get like, you see like the banana stand, the bananas look all fucked up.
They do.
Yeah. And that's how bananas are supposed to look.
I grew up with a gardening family. My nana used to garden all the time. We had a huge garden.
Yeah.
And, dude, all that peppers, zucchini, she made watermelons. None of it was anything like the shit that's out now, you know?
Yeah. Oh, it didn't even like. It looked kind of like dull looking.
Yeah,
but
be
that's how it's
different
supposed
colors.
to. That's how it's supposed to look. It's not supposed to be all like bright and like fluorescent and everything.
I want to start gardening. Honestly, I wish I had. That's another reason I want to live in Ohio.
Yeah.
I want to get a little garden going.
I could see that.
I miss having a car too. I'll be honest with you, dude. It's driving me crazy.
Yeah.
I just want to get in a car and drive somewhere. This train's insane anymore.
All right.
The shit that goes on the train, like I've been gone. This is the first time I rode the subway pretty much in like 16 days or something. I forget how much the world down under is crazy. Like you gotta almost have a knife on you nowadays.
This is your TikTok once again.
No, this is me.
This is the same. I ride the subway too. I rode the subway here.
Yeah.
I didn't have a fucking knife on me.
Well, I guess late at night.
This is you scroll. I ride late at night too. This is you scrolling on your TikTok. This is why
No,
you're getting.
dude.
This is why you're getting all this Trump stuff. This is like burning your brain out.
I seen some crazy shit last night on the train. I went down to the village, man. I'm coming back. It's just altercations. People upset.
Yeah, this is like This is exactly what people are seeing in Europe. This is exactly what people are seeing in Ohio. It's like if your sense of reality comes from looking at your phone and scrolling through your Instagram feed. This is how people's brains are getting burned up.
You know what's crazy too? When I get back here, I'm constantly watching my back. I don't feel safe.
Yeah, that's on you. This is a you issue.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, I mean the city stuff does happen. I'll admit that, but it's like no, this is a very safe place overall. That's what it's hard to explain to somebody who lives in who doesn't live here, or if you're thinking about if you go to this country, it's going to be real dangerous and it's going to be real scary and this and that. It's like the country's it's a big place.
Yeah.
New York City, it's a big place. People. Sometimes you see videos on TikTok where someone's like, New York City's fine. They're showing the Village, they're showing Chelsea, and you see somebody comment on the video like, "Oh yeah, go to the Bronx.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to East New York. See how safe you are then." It's like, yeah, that's a dangerous place.
That's why I'm not there.
That's not exactly. That's why we're not there. It's like, no, if you're in a safe place, you're pretty safe.
Well, I respect the people that are rich. I know it's probably rare, but when you see somebody rich that like rides the train, or somebody like, remember Diddy was in Washington Square Park? Did you see those videos? I give that credit because, dude, you would think somebody would just want to strong arm you.
So get what?
I don't know, your money. Have you wire transfer money over?
That's not how that wouldn't work. Diddy doesn't carry like cash on him.
But you don't think he'd be like, "Yo, hit me with the Cash App"? I bet Diddy got a Cash App.
That's not. If you get robbed and someone makes you Cash App them, it's not like you can just reverse that. That's all like reversible.
You could reverse it?
Of course. Imagine if somebody robbed you and just made you pull up your phone and just took all your bank account out. It's like,
I could totally see that happening, though.
Of course it could happen, but it's like then you contact the bank and all that stuff gets reversed.
As long as it's not Chase.
Because it's fraud. No, that's all. The bank doesn't want you to have that kind of fraud on you either. So it's like that shit. Everything gets like that gets reversed. The thing with somebody like Diddy is that like this guy's a fucking criminal.
Right.
So if he's in public, it's like you never know who you're around. It's like
Yeah, he might pop you.
Yeah. Well, who's actually like trying to gun for you or something?
You know, it's crazy. They're still playing his music like crazy. You would have thought they would have put like a ban on some Diddy shit.
This guy's got hits.
Yeah, he does.
People still play R. Kelly. It's like you can't deny the music.
You can't deny the music.
Yeah. We're not wearing the clothes anymore.
It's almost like they're playing it more now, it seems like.
Yeah. Now, if you popped out there wearing some Sean, like 8th grade Sean,
What do you think would happen?
no, that's when people start looking at you funny.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
Diddy.
the clothes are no good.
Yeah, what about Ciroc? Is it still good?
Yeah, I think that's out too. if you want to play, a couple songs.
If anybody brought Ciroc to a hood party, people are gonna be like, "What are you expecting to go down here?"
I guess.
I
I don't
ain't
know.
going in those secret rooms.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a long time. When's the last time you had some straight up vodka?
I don't drink clear liquor. Maybe when I was 19.
It's been a while.
I would never drink clear
Those
liquor.
have only been bad memories.
Well, vodka is so easy to drink. I don't know if I was the only one like this, but you put vodka on ice, I don't really taste it.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like, especially like legit, like Grey Goose. You don't even smell it.
Right. You put a little bit of some Sky vodka was smooth too. You put a drop of cranberry in that on ice, dude. That's danger. See, straight whiskey, you can't. Dude, you'd have to be a maniac to chug that like that.
Yeah, well, it burns you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll sip some whiskey. I know my limit. Anytime I ever get in trouble, it's when the shit tastes too good.
Oh, yeah, when you don't realize it.
You get a little bit of that. That's what a lot of those girls do. Kettle One and just ice.
Oh, my God.
Sipping. Or martinis, dude. A martini's the one that'll get you. That's
Yeah.
double vodka.
It's just straight up. Yeah.
That's 2 ounces, though, versus 1.
Remember doing like gin?
Yeah,
shots of gin as the most disgusting shot when I was back in the day.
Yeah, we were on the in the crew area, and the dude took my ice out with his hands, and he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I thought it was my drink." And I go, "Well, it's cool, just get me another one." He's like, "Dude, it's alcohol. That burns everything."
Wow.
I'm like, "What are you talking about, dude?
Yeah.
Fucking put your fingers in my drink."
Yeah.
That shit's like, what are you talking about? Burns everything.
I mean, it does, but that doesn't change the fact that
Yeah,
it's
I'm
still
not
a drink.
sipping. Would you sip it?
No. I would.
Hell no.
Yeah.
He's like, "Dude, you millennials,
Wow.
you guys are something else."
Even then, it's like he thought it was his drink. Why is he fucking putting his fingers in drinks?
In his own drink.
Yeah, that's weird behavior.
Yep.
What was the worst alcohol you ever had?
Oh, dude, what was the name of it?
But I mean, like, in terms of the experience.
Yeah, dude, it was this shit. We talked about it for years. We never even drank it again. Something old man, something. What's that, old man?
Not Old English?
Yeah, I think it was an old man.
Well, I mean, what kind of alcohol was it?
Probably like a whiskey or Jameson. Old man Tucker or whatever.
Oh,
yeah, it's
that
like,
sounds cheap.
It's like old man Tucker or something. Bro, worst night. We were all sick throwing up. We were done with it. We used to push it. Actually, you know what the worst was? When I was like 12, my brother and his friend, they would steal alcohol from his friend's parents and my parents, and they would mix it all together. They called it the elixir. And, dude, it was just everything mixed, jungle juice. And, dude, that was the worst tasting ever. That Mad Dog 2020 is nasty.
Yeah. Well, even, I mean, like that malt liquor stuff, it's like it's nasty, but it's not like it's going to, like, burn you nasty.
Once you
start going that, like, the cheap shit, plastic bottle.
Oh, yeah, that
pop
cheap,
off.
that shit that your boys always drinking.
Yeah,
that fucking red label gas station
oh,
shit.
my God. You drop it and it bounces off the ground.
They should punch you when they sell you that.
Yeah.
See, you can't turn back. Once you go from nice whiskey, to me, there's no turning back. A nice bourbon or a nice whiskey, there's nothing really better than that.
Well, once you stop drinking to get super fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
People who are just drinking to get, like, totally, I mean, that, like, kind of college-age drinking.
Yeah, that Jaeger and Bud Light.
Ah, yeah. Or once you start making weirdo combinations of shit.
Yeah.
Stuff that doesn't need to be mixed together. And
even remarks. Like, dude, I knew one dude, he's asking me if my buddy has a six-pack. I'm like, dude, I think you're done drinking. He's talking about abs, not alcohol.
Wow.
You know, you ever get those friends, every now and then they start getting liquored up, you know. They'll start telling you, man, you're a handsome dude. I can't stand when
That's when it's like you got to go to the next bar.
Right.
Keep it moving.
I can't stand when you're drinking with your emotional friend and they're hugging you and they're going out in the rain to smoke. They keep coming. They hug you 11 times. And you can't be like, dude, stop hugging me, because then you're hanging out with a dude at the bar that's going to start crying.
Yeah, they start showing you pictures on their phone.
Yeah, you got to just leave.
This is me and her. It's like,
since I don't get drunk anymore, like, I mean, I might have one or two here and there. I'm not even going to walk into a bar now, though, to get a drink.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I used to stop in, get turned up by myself. And looking back, I had to be drunk just to go to a bar and stand there. Talk to people I don't know.
Right. Yeah, it's not fun unless you're like, the environment's got to be right. If the vibe's wrong and you're just still drinking, it's like that it goes wrong. It goes bad.
It goes bad quick.
Yeah.
Especially you're around people you don't know. They turn on you. People touching you.
Yeah. I wish it's like you were saying about those, like, you go to Italy, everybody's all, like, out. You're inside your house, but you're also kind of out in the mix. That is kind of thing I think people do in, like, more, like, especially hot weather environments. You go to, like, Caribbean or you go to Thailand or something. Just those guys, or in Mexico especially. The dude who's just getting wasted by himself outside, just on the sidewalk.
Yeah, you see a lot of that.
He's just got a bottle of some like kind of rum.
Man, dude, speaking of...
That's just his night. It's just, I'm going to sit here under this tree and just start drinking.
Yeah, just get messed up. Dude, speaking of the, what do you call, like, traveling hot places? Dude, you know the Bahamas is dangerous. I just found out a chef from the ships got stabbed to death right in front of the port.
Wow.
Yep.
What was it about?
That nobody knows. It just happened quick. I mean, you know, I guess shit just happens. Could have been anything. Could have been something so stupid.
Yeah, but what if he was getting into some shit?
Right, but that's where the drama happens over there, is like those hot places like that where it's not like Europe. At least there's so many police in Europe. I've never seen one cop in the Bahamas or Jamaica. Maybe Jamaica, one or two.
Right. Well, you see the dudes with machine guns.
Oh yeah, the army dudes. Yeah,
that's basically the police. When in those countries don't have cops. They have like soldiers.
The thing is, if you're a soldier in another country, you can't stop people for a little crime. Like, you can't be like, hey, you can't take pictures there.
Yeah.
You got to just let little shit go.
Yeah, and then once something actually crosses the threshold, that's when you start, like, you get Rambo on them.
It is crazy when you see them pulling up. You see that a lot, actually, like in Mexico.
Yeah.
You see them rolling through.
Well, like the cops in Mexico, too, they got to be, like, masked up.
Right.
Yeah, because they don't want, like, the cartels to know who they are. And
yeah, they got Rambo guns.
Yeah. That's the kind of place where you get pulled over by one of those guys, and it's like, I have no idea if this is actually the army.
Right.
Does this guy just have an army suit on?
I never thought about that.
Yeah. Because you don't know who he is or who he's working for or something.
Yeah. You know what blows me away with those guys over there in Mexico with the machine guns and stuff? I know they're still drinking. Dude, you can't tell me nothing.
Yeah. Anytime you live in a place where the weather's hot, even if you go to Florida, you always get the sense that everybody is kind of drunk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, because even if you're drinking and it's like it's been a few hours, you're still kind of woozy just because it's so fucking hot.
Yeah.
Everybody's sweating. Things are always kind of outside. Everybody's, wearing sandals.
Yeah.
You're always going to be a little off.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing about it. You never know what you're dealing with over there. I mean, I tell people all the time, my friends, they go to all these other countries, and they're always like, oh, yeah, I want to find a hooker. I'm like, dude, this is the absolute worst decision you could make. You're in a third world country. You think, like, the odds of that being a good deal for you is very bad.
Well, the amount of things that could easily go wrong and the fact that you have no recourse.
People don't think about how much their organs are worth.
Right.
But then again, it's like...
Well, you don't realize how bad of a position you are in terms of, like, you're right in the act itself.
Yeah.
You were in the most vulnerable position you could possibly be in.
Right.
That door opens. The beads move to the side a little bit. Yeah, shit pops off, and all of a sudden you got to go from one thing to another.
And that's going from one extreme to another.
But it's like you have no time to, pull your pants up or,
right.
tie your shoes or something. And
going through the best thing ever.
This other guy is like, he's ready to roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine having to just spring up and start just fighting two guys at once.
And, dude, I'm telling you, it's not even going to be a fight. You ain't even going to know what happened. I guarantee you'd wake up in a room somewhere. Although I always say this about kidneys and organs, but real life, who's even able to sell a kidney? Like, is that who would you even call?
You got to know, it's got to be like, it's not just going to be some guy at a whorehouse who cuts out your kidneys.
Right.
Because you got to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You got to know how to preserve it, and you got to get it to the place to give it to the guy. So that's actually like, I think that's something that happens in like Russia.
Oh yeah, maybe Korea.
Well, I think you go to prison, and then once you're in prison, then it's like, all right, now you're a science experiment. Yeah, but it's like if you're actually in Mexico, I don't think they're. I think you got to realize about a country that's like, if you go to a third world country, Nicaragua, Guatemala, Mexico, they got people that they could kill there.
Oh, wow.
They don't got to kill an American. If they kill an American, the heat's going to come on them. So I think that if they want to get somebody's kidneys, they got people.
Dude, that is I didn't even think about that.
I mean, the people who are really in danger, the people that were there.
You're smart, dude. You're a fucking wise dude.
If you're in Mexico and you get caught up with a hooker, though, they're just gonna keep you hostage. I mean, it's gonna be
get
like
some ransom money.
Well, it's gonna be a black mask over your head.
Right.
It's gonna be, you're gonna be on WhatsApp, typing to your parents.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you're right. Because also they'd be like, "Is this American kidney compatible with our Mexican blood?"
This guy's all fat.
And they want some spicy food. They know we can't handle it.
Right. Yeah.
And the blockage in the kidney. The last organ they probably want is from an American, to be honest with you.
Right. Yeah, this guy's got chemicals in his food.
Right. It's like, yo, you know how much fucking grease and McDonald's is in this dude's shit?
Yeah.
Although McDonald's is loved worldwide. Everywhere I go, it's a McDonald's.
Yeah. People, people shit on America for the fast food stuff, but it's like, no, there's a reason this is everywhere.
Right.
And there's a reason why every single culture adapts this.
And I don't like McDonald's. I eat it like twice a year.
It's the worst kind. I mean, like it's better than Burger King or whatever, but it's still like that is very low quality fast food here. You go to Japan though. You go to France. People are down for some McDonald's.
Bro, I know Japan's a whole nother level. We were at a spot in Japan that looked like a fast food place, like whatever it was, some cheap shit. And it was in Sapporo, so 2-hour flight from Tokyo. But it wasn't even like a big city like Tokyo. But Dude, one of the options was just like raw fish and stuff. They're like, you guys got this amazing shit it was like for breakfast. Like they had 7 different raw fishes sitting there, a whole bunch of other shit. I don't know what it was. Like eel.
The thing is, though, you go to like Italy and you get this like fancy pasta. You go to Japan, you get really high quality sushi. People are still eating McDonald's too.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That blows me away.
It's like you would think that this wouldn't add up to their like standards, but it's like, no, people are down for a fucking Big Mac worldwide.
And the shit is
and the McDonald's is not noticeably better anywhere. The food itself is still very low quality. And
the shit is so cheap in Italy. I had swordfish pasta for like $13.
Wow.
A big ass plate of it.
Yeah.
$13, and not like they do here in New York where they give you little 3 pieces of swordfish. I mean, they cut up an entire fish on the plate.
You had the plate?
I had the plate.
Full fish?
Full fish.
Wow.
Pasta. I mean, translated to a few more dollars American, it was like €13. I didn't look at my card, probably 17 altogether.
Yeah,
but you don't tip over there either. They charge you 60 cents as table renting fee.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, some beautiful Italian women, though. I actually spent some time in the city in Naples. I knew last time I went there, I was like, man, Italians are rude, but that's more when I was in the tourist areas of Rome. Dude, when you go to the cities, they are very nice. They want to give you shit. Just polite.
It's your paisan.
My paisanos.
Yeah.
It was weird. Everybody looked like me, just thinner and dressed better.
So where's the next cruises that they gave you going?
I haven't even paid attention. One of them's a 10-day one to Newfoundland, I guess.
Where is it?
I have no clue, to be honest with you. I'm curious myself. Yeah.
It's not it's not Finland. It's Newfoundland, right?
I think
Newfoundland.
So. Yeah.
That's what it looks like. I think it's like Canada or something.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
I want to go to Greenland. I really want to go to, it's below Australia. What is that? That's
New
on
Zealand?
Costa Rica. Yeah, New Zealand, yeah. Dude, New Zealand would be crazy.
That flight would be a bit much, though.
Yeah, I keep missing it. Well, you would do Australia. You do like Melbourne. You do the other one, Sydney, and then New Zealand.
Wow.
But then I think that's pretty much it. What else is over there? Or maybe it would go New Zealand throughout Australia. But Australia's on its own thing. Like, whenever I look at a map and I see all the shit we got going on, the shit with Russia, then, you see Europe right next to Russia. And they're friends with us, Europe, right? But they're on our side. But then you see America. It's all this shit, but then it's like Australia's on its own thing. It doesn't get involved with nobody, right? It's just doing its own thing.
Pretty much, yeah. But it just like it's so far out there that it's like there's no like they're not bordering anybody.
So
nobody's trying to invade Australia, yeah.
Or Africa.
Well, Africa is actually like a bunch of different countries, but Australia is just like one,
But do you think something would ever happen? Would anybody ever even try to take over either of those two places?
I mean, Africa, there's pretty much constant wars between all those little countries, but it's just like Australia, like 90% of the country is like completely uninhabitable.
Wow.
Once you go on everything
up north.
Well, no, everything is on the coast. Everything is on the outside. But once you go to the middle part of Australia, it's like straight up like desert, dead zone.
Wow.
Where like people aren't even like allowed to survive. Right?
Damn, and it's huge.
It's huge too. Yeah, it's like the size of America.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I'm dying to go.
That's where they're hiding the dinosaurs at.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, it's crazy when you see how close New Zealand is. I thought that was a warm place. It's right by Antarctica. It can't be warm.
I think it's warm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Well, their seasons are reversed too from ours. So their summer is our winter, likewise.
Yeah, but anyways, that shit blows me away when you look at how big the world is. Like, I was just looking at a map of places I want to go. I barely scratched. I didn't even put a dot on the surface, and I traveled my ass off.
Well, you went to the same place a bunch of times.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, so there was some redundancy in there.
Yeah, there was a lot of redundancy when you think about it. I've been to Lisbon about 11 times, Portugal.
Where do you think is it mostly going back to the Caribbean and stuff?
These ones, no, it all depends. See, I'm going to start taking the long day ones now, the longer ones, because that's all they're offering me.
Yeah.
So, because, nobody wants them. This is a 10-day cruise. But the benefit of doing the long ones, like the 10-day ones that nobody wants, you're definitely going to see some shit. So I want to go to these places. I want to go.
Oh, you get to get off the boat and move around.
Yeah, and these ships go everywhere. Like, they go to the Philippines. I would do it.
Yeah, why not?
If I could see some spots in the Philippines, where's some places where would you want to go that you haven't been?
It wouldn't be like a cruise ship place.
No,
it would be like going to India or something.
Oh, you would do India?
I mean, I would want to be with somebody who knew the area. I wouldn't want to
Yeah.
go in blind. But like Russia, India, Africa would be pretty sick.
Dude, Russia would be crazy. I mean, we can't even go to Russia. Africa would be insane. I see a lot. We work on the ships with a lot of Africans. They're always showing me pictures. Africa's beautiful.
Everybody's smiling.
Dude,
Everybody's got these big ass smiles and they're playing guitars and shit.
They have restaurants in Africa. I've seen it on her phone. This isn't no TikTok shit. This is in Kenya, a little bit outside of Kenya, where giraffes, they have a part cut out so the giraffe could come in there and lick some salty thing hanging. It's called the Giraffe Restaurant or something. There's just giraffes everywhere outside.
Hey, you go to Thailand, they got elephant restaurants and shit.
And then people will tell you for real, like I always thought this was kind of made up, but they'll tell you when you're talking, oh yeah, my cousin, oh, and he's still there. Oh no, he got ate by a lion. And you're like, wow, that's some real shit.
Wow.
Like nobody owns the animals.
I think most of that's like, there's certain like, wildlife preserve areas of Africa. But most of it's just like, kind of ancient cities and,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure they say these animals just roam around. Nobody owns them.
Yeah,
like
but it's like these aren't
shit.
like, I mean, most of Africa is much more developed than that. It's not like going to the jungle.
It's
not the Jungle Book.
Well,
but no, it is like, but they're like, very big sprawling cities with like, favelas and shit.
It would just blow me away to see
Brazil,
a loose lion.
Oh yeah. Brazil would be sick.
Yeah, Brazil would be crazy. Anywhere, I think, in South America would be interesting. I want to start tackling the countries. Like, get America done, get South America done,
Right.
Then work your way over to Europe. I've seen a lot of Europe already, though.
Mm-hmm.
But there's still so much more to see.
Well, you saw, like, the outer parts, though. You didn't go.
Well, the thing with Africa, too, is it's harder to travel inside of Africa than it is outside of it. It'd be easier for you to fly from New York to Africa than it would be for you to fly from a part of Africa to another part.
Right, yeah. Plus, I'm sure there's not a whole lot of cruise ships that are going to Ethiopia or something.
I don't know one cruise ship.
Taking a cruise to
Africa.
Sudan would be a bit much, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Everybody out there, if you're outside of America and you want Dom to take a cruise ship to you,
Yeah.
he'll hang out for a long time.
Come on, Carnival Luminosa. I'll be doing that one. Carnival Pride.